Hello, welcome, beautiful brothers and sisters. Welcome to today, the day the Lord has made. My name is Erica. Welcome to our channel. If you are new to this channel, you're welcome. This is a channel where we talk about Jesus. We talk about growing our faith and our relationship with Jesus. And so you're welcome. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share. Today, I just wanted to talk briefly about a relationship with God. When you look at Hebrews 11 verses 5, it talks about Enoch, right? And it says it was by faith that Enoch was taken up to heaven without dying. He disappeared because God took him. For before he was taken up, he was known as a person who pleased God. And that is my question for you today. Do you want to be known as a person who pleased God? How do you want to be known by God? And so, when you read further, yes, it does say that it was by faith, right? But there's something else that I wanted to point out here, that he was known as a man who pleased God, right? And what is it that pleased God? It was his relationship with God that pleased him. When you look back, you see also the same phrase where God, when Christ was being baptized, he had to open heaven to say, "This is my beloved son in whom I am well pleased." Now take note, at that time he hadn't died. So it wasn't because of the death that he said that he was well pleased. It was because of his walk with him, his relationship with his Father. It pleased God so much. And so you see that in today, that us Christians, we know a lot about submission. We know a lot about God. We know a lot about the things that we're supposed to do, the right things, right? We know a lot about holiness. We know a lot about forgiveness, all this other stuff, but we're not putting them into practice, right? And then we substitute our knowledge for relationship with God. And that is what God is calling us in today. And that is what I'm calling you in today, is to reevaluate your relationship with God. What really matters? This day when people are diagnosed with terminal illnesses, you see, when you interview them or speak with them, you see that the things that mattered in the past to them didn't matter anymore. And what mattered was just them surviving, was eternity. They focus more on eternity, right? But now that we are healthy, we are alive. We may not have everything that we need or want, but we are healthy. We are able to reason. We have a sound mind. This is a time for you to, reevaluate that path. What is it that you need to do to be in good relationship, in a pure fellowship with Jesus, in a pure relationship with God? For some of us, it could be our time. For some of us, it could be relationships that are just sucking out the energy in our lives, not enabling us to seek God with our whole heart. For some of us, it could be our minds. For some of us, it could be decisions that we need to make. It could be anything. Just pray that the Holy Spirit would highlight what it is that you need to do to help you to get back or build that solid relationship with God. God was so pleased with Enoch that he couldn't even wait for him to die physically, that he had to take him for them to continue their walk in eternity. And so I urge you today to just think about it. Stop for a second and think about what matters. What matters is all about Jesus, your relationship with God. That's what matters. Now, when you look at the five virgins, right, the five foolish virgins in Matthew, in the book of Matthew, you see that one of the reasons that they also were locked out the gate was because they were seeking God casually, right? They did not have a relationship with their master. You see that the five wise virgins, they had a relationship with their master. So they were able to tell that, my master is unpredictable. We have to go prepared because our master likes to do things in certain ways. And so they were able to take everything they need. They were able to take the extra oil and be prepared. Now, the five foolish virgins did not have a relationship with God, so with their master. So they didn't know. They didn't know anything about him. They didn't know how he operates and how he does things, right? And so they just went casually, and that cost them right? Not seeing their master. And so we don't want that to be a case. I pray that the Holy Spirit will highlight this as you go back and read Hebrews 11 verses 5 and 6 and pray about it. Pray over it before you read it. If you want to know more about Enoch, you can go to Genesis chapter 5. Think about from verse 21 to 24 will tell you more about him. And as you do this, may the Holy Spirit guide you as you do this. Stay blessed until we talk next time.